are the Grape Girls. We are rounding out our rosé journey today.
Today we are drinking
Emotion. It's a sparkling rosé.
from the Languedoc region. Languedoc-Roussillon region.
That's all.
It's a lot.
Oh, that's a mouthful. We explored these typical rosés and we were like, what's it like to add some bubbles in there? Without further ado, no spillage here.
Now, guys, what I found helpful for when popping bottles with lots of emotion, by turning the bottom of the bottle instead of the cork, hit it from the bottom of the bottle, then it won't be like that crazy like blah thing. It won't like pop, and also if you feel like it's going to, if I leave the cork over it a little bit to let just some of the air get out, let some of that gas out.
That's CO2.
Yeah, it's a difference between like letting out a burp like, or letting out a burp like bah!
Sparkling wine, just like a burp.
A burp of happiness.
I know that with this particular sparkling rosé, we're supposed to be smelling cherry, berries, and a hint of floral. There's some strawberry in there, yeah. Pale pink color. Lively tints and very subtle bubbles.
That's what a crémant is.
A crémant?
A crémant is basically a bubbly that falls just outside of the region, but uses the method of production.
We can't call it because it doesn't come from the region of France. Not super bubbly.
No.
At all.
That's the other thing about a crémant. When you drink it, it's not going to attack your nose, but it's going to be like a frothier, lighter bubble.
Sometimes, like, when you drink sparkling or things with bubbles in it, like, almost, it kind of burns your nose a little
It's up
bit.
there.
This does not.
Right.
Do you know what it tastes like to me? No, this is what it is.
Get it.
Did you ever have, growing up, the drink called Clearly Canadian?
Clearly Canadian. It was like a bubbly Snapple.
Yes!
Yeah.
I'm, like, having a throwback moment. Oh, my gosh, this is good. I love this one. Oh,
I don't know about the flowers. I don't think I can taste flowers.
I don't got the flowers at all.
I got cherry and strawberry all day. Actually, no, when we're talking about this region, right?
The Languedoc region?
One of the oldest regions for like sparkling wines and stuff.
No way!
True story. It predates the region. So we talked last week about blending.
A complete red and you take a complete white and you blend them together and that's called blending.
Production, and in sparkling wine production, it's a very common practice. The traditional
The method traditionnelle. What is that, though? You know,
traditional method.
But what is the traditional method? That was what I was waiting for.
Oh my God, we're
Great.
Abbott Costello. What is it? Champenoise. But what is it? The traditional method. But what is it? Champenoise.
What is the traditional method, T?
So the traditional method is how champagne is usually produced. The basic 4-step process.
The first step.
Fermentation, but the first fermentation.
Multiple fermentation?
It's multi-fermentational.
What is fermentation, as we remember?
The process through which the sugars get converted into alcohol. First fermentation, it makes like your base wine. For grapes you're gonna use, it's gonna get converted into alcohol, but as a still wine. It doesn't have bubbles yet. It's still around 11% alcohol.
So first fermentation is essentially like every other wine that's out there. Yeah?
Exactly.
What's the second step?
The second step is blending, and that's where we decide what flavors are going to be in the wine.
The wines mature for a month. The winemakers mix and match in order to make the best possible combination. And you're mature, a little dash of you, and you mix it all together.
Yep. And that's where we talked about last week with the blending. If you were and how they make sometimes a rosé with like a red and a white grape.
What are the grapes that are used to make this wine?
Chardonnay, Chenin Blanc, Mosaic. This is 4% Pinot Noir, this one. It is blended with white grapes and red grapes.
Then
comes the third step, which is second fermentation. The second fermentation is where the bubbles are made. They've made their blend, right? Then they take a little bit of that and they put it off to the side as a reserve to make later vintages better. And they've taken their blend, they put it into a bottle, put it under this special cap, it's sealed for a little bit, and that's where the life happens. Add more sugar, and then the sugar with the yeast produces carbon dioxide. It has to sit for like at least a year.
what's the fourth process, tea.
Oh, they take the top off. So step 4 is when we take the cap off, let all the excess yeast out so we can stop the fermentation. And that's the point where the winemaker or the vintner will maybe add a little bit of sugar based on taste or whatever. So that when you add too much sugar, you're just trying to hide something in the wine. Put the cork on it and then wire it shut. And that is the méthode traditionnelle.
Hey, that rounds out our section of rosé. That is awesome. Guys, I don't know if you've heard, we're having a party! If you find yourself in the Los Angeles area on June 26th, we would love to have you. We're filming a Grape Girls episode, and we want you to be a part of it. Check out thegrapegirls.com. You'll find all the details there. Of course, you can find us on Instagram at AnyWineAnytime and on Twitter
at the Grape Girls.
Because we are girls.
And we like the grapes.
Until next time, guys, tippin' and sippin'.
Let's go. We are girls.
I got a bow on my head.
We are girls and
she's about to show me a potato in her sock.
From the right any wine.
It does. It looks like the foamy top of a beer. What do they call it? The head?
Isn't that what they call
I'm not laughing because it's not funny. I'm a grown up.